Now, another technique that you can do with that, I'm sure you've done, Jeff, is called implied consent. So when you've got somebody and you've done the estimate and you're coming back to actually see if you're going to get the deal, you can say, well, how do you spell your last name? Right? And you know, when would you like, you know, if you were going to go ahead with this, when would you like to start that? Right? And you start filling out the form. By the time they're three quarters of the way through the form, you've now got 7 or 8 different lines of implied consent, and that really tells them that they're going ahead with it. By the way, they use that when they're selling homes. I don't know if you've ever seen a real estate person do that, but if it works on a, you know, a couple $100,000 purchase, it probably work in all of our businesses. Implied consent works. It does. Yeah, all the time. Implied consent really does work exceptionally well. So if you were going to do an estimate, how do you convert the estimate to a deal? You start doing the estimate. How do you spell your name? You know, if we were going to work together, are you okay with this service? Yep. Are you okay with that service? Yep. Would you prefer this or would you prefer that? Yep, I'd like to do that. You give them 2 options. Okay. Would you like me to, you know, if you were going to go ahead with this, would you like it so that I cleaned up the floor and all the rest? Oh yeah, I like that too. Right? Would you like the air conditioner with that furnace? I could give you a good discount on that. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'd like that too. And if we were to get, you know, to get this, and it's all hypothetical at this point, right? Because you're saying if, you know, but there's still complied consent. And so you go through your process, and you go, okay, fantastic, I've got it all worked out, this is our product, this is the thing, and that's the pricing, and we talked about the pricing, how does that sound to you, this choice or that choice? Yeah, okay, well, I like that choice. Great stuff. So, you know, let's get going. Are you ready to get going today? And they're gonna go, no, I gotta talk to somebody. Now the objection comes out. So how do you get rid of that one? Here's what you do. When you're talking to your people, and you're talking with them in the part where you've just got them on the phone, or you're just making your first part of that conversation go, you can turn around and you can kind of test them. Just say, you know, like remember when we were talking about, hey, so you want this and this is what it's going to feel like, and you tested that? Do you remember how that went? Okay, so I understand that you really want to move forward with this particular purchase, and it feels like this, and it's going to give you the security you're looking for, and so now you're at the place where it's like, okay, so that's, you know, we're going to test it. So then it's like, okay, so I'm going to test it. And so you say to the client, so imagine that you get all that. Is that, you know, and it feels like this. Is that what you're looking for? And they go, yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Fantastic. So assuming that I can do all that for you today, are you ready to move forward? That was the key words. Assuming that I can do all of that for you today. So I'm going to use, you know, an example from your work, Tim. So Tim's on a job and he's talking to somebody and he goes, so what you really want to do is you want to have it so the screen drops down and the projector comes on and all of the lights dim at the same time. And if you could accomplish that and it gets what you're looking for at a price that's affordable to you, are you willing to move forward today doing that? And if the client says yes, now you know you've got a real live client on the spot who's ready to cut you a check at the end of this transaction, basically, or the end of your client process. If they say, well, no, I probably would like to get so-and-so involved in the decision making, or I have to turn around and talk to my spouse, my wife, my husband, or you know what, it's really not for now, it's really for January. Now you get a little bit better idea what that client's all about, because you've now done a little, you know, what I call a test close, if you will, just to find out what's really going on. Because if you go through that and they say no, then you know. If they go through and they say yes, we're ready to make this happen, you're pretty much doing it today. You pretty much got yourself a client and you're off and running. Okay, so that's how you can get away from doing a lot of estimates for clients who are not ready.